Yes, top of the afternoon, y'all. They're not gonna put this out, y'all. They are not gonna put this out. I need all y'all to get in here. My real supporters, the real ride or dies, real day ones. This is for y'all today. I need y'all up in here. If you can, share the link. Like I said, when I'm at the desk like this, right? What I notice, I've been putting in that work, so they're not gonna put this out. They're not gonna put this out because, like I said, I'm one of those content makers that they always tried to frustrate, make me think that I wasn't making a dent. They did. That was the what's name? Because they used to have. I remember they used to have Doodoo Brown and all these niggas that I done ran laps around, clowns, right? Always worried about who was watching me. Nigga, I got merchandise all over the world now. Who's watching you? You're probably still panhandling. That's neither here nor there, man. Let me share this. This is appreciation. Source appreciation. And while I share this, right, I'm gonna put out I just finished up the box of Bernie videos as well. 2025 IRS tax forgiveness. I just finished the Bernie the box of joints, man. So I wanna get those out. Oh man. I wanna get the Bernie the boxer. I wanna get the Bernie the boxer joints out. Please hit the like button, come on in, shout out your section. This is Supporter Appreciation Day. You know, this is for all the real supporters, the day ones, especially the people that bought merchandise, man. This is y'all live stream today, man. I just want to just tell y'all that I am grateful, thankful, because without y'all, the vision wouldn't be drowning these guys, man. We are definitely drowning them. So when you come in, man, hit the like button, say what's up, share the content. Yeah, I'm multitasking. I just put out a couple more Bernie the Boxer clips. I'm gonna put that together, and I'm gonna speak on a couple of topics. Right. Oh, we already got 2 people in the building. Salute, man. Salute. Let me put together this Bernie the Boxer. Bernie the Boxer. Man, when, you know, I'll be multitasking, guys. And I put my video out again because I don't like what they're trying to do. They're trying to hide my content. I hate that, man. Like, don't try to hide the content. I hate when they do that, man, because it's like, to me, it's a slap in the face, one, and it just shows how this system is fake, man. I told you, if you got real products and you market your stuff, that's how they're gonna do you. That's how they're gonna do you. They're gonna hide your content, man. Because they want you. They want you to think that nobody's watching, right? But like I said, if I come on here drinking the beer, smoking the blunt, doing ignorance, man, they push that. They push that. They push the line on that. All right, that is the Bernie the Boxer playlist. Now I'm gonna share this. Some of these groups. This is for my real supporters, man. The people that actually bought merchandise, all that good stuff. So this is for y'all, man. We're about to get to it, man. I'm gonna start off with something that I seen in in the news, man. Tragedy. I talked about it, but I'm gonna pull it up now since I'm at the desk. It was a shooting. It was a shooting. It was a shooting at so I'm trying to multitask, y'all. Show me the money. Show me the money. CW, what up, man? Salute to you, CW. This live is for you. This live is for you, brother. I'm going to show you why right now. This live is for you. This is the supporters live right here. Right? This live is for my supporters. Not the jealous fans that sit online, no motion, talking boxing every day. But they will act like they don't know your content. Like, I got merchandise. What are you talking about? You write about content. That's what you do. You're a content bum. Right? You're a content bum that does nothing for boxing. Nothing at all. Salute to my supporters. All right, check it. I sit online all the time. I watch some of the bigger influencers, content creators talk about marketing, branding, merchandise. I have all of that. I understand what they're talking about because when I present it, these same individuals attempt to act like or downplay my emotion. But as you can see, this is my actual merchandise that has been shipped, moves, now internationally. So when I hear these guys talk about all of these big artists, these big influencers, but I don't see them with no merchandise, and my merchandise independently, out the muck, the mud, like they like to say, has been moving and moving. So I get it when they try to always throw up my numbers. But as you can see, my vision is all over the game. These are my products. This is my hats. That's my logo. Yeah, the sauce. So when you tell me that I don't do numbers, I say to you, why are your fake influencers with all of their views? Where are their actual numbers? Where's their actual merchandise at? Mine's is all over the game. This is the Sauce. SAUCE. Shanewz. Yes, SHA. News. Boxing. LLC. Trust the process. Only getting started. King Richard Sauce. How is the content looking now? You know, you do have options. And by the way, baseball, the basketball jerseys are already out. Football, you know, we adding to the table, man. Motion talk. But hey, what do I know? Yeah, all right, the news by Shanewz. We bringing it all to the table. You see the motion. We back. Okay, we reloaded.
News by Shanewz. This is the sausage transfer. Hey, what do I know? Make sure the body has just DM my dad up, and that's how we do it.
Now the system is so fake, right? They did not even try to push that out for me, right? But I get it though, because like I said, when you really moving and grooving, you out here making noise, they're not gonna push it, bro. That's why I had to show support appreciation day today, man. Give me 2 seconds. Let me go get something to drink. All right, y'all, I'm back. I had to go get a beverage, man. I had to get me a bev, man. Don't forget the bev. Never, never, never. Never, never, never. Never, never, never. I appreciate my supporters, man. You know, without y'all, we wouldn't be growing, man. You know, without y'all rocking the merchandise and allowing me to post the merchandise, we would not be growing. With that being said, let's kick off some of this content, right? Now I'm gonna show you how goofy niggas is. I'm gonna get the goofy stuff out. Yo, CW, you still in here? Yo, chat, what up? CW, you still in here? Let me know, man. I need you to see this goofiness, right? I need you to see this goofiness, man. Because, you know, I need you to see this goofiness before I pop this off, man. I'm going to show you. This is what people sit around watching. This is what the YouTube boxing community consists of, right? They love to watch antics like this, right? And that is why I always front on YouTube boxing channels. I front on guys that sit around and act like this is what it is, right? Now look at how goofy this is right here, man, right? This is why the YouTube boxing scene corny.
You're acting like a whole female plus some other men. You're acting like this is not even your fight. This is not even your fight. You don't have to fight against it. Why are you so emotional about it?
Like I said, yo, I had a situation with Brian Norman Sr., right? But did you hear what he said? Did you catch what he said? He was spot on. Yeah, he was spot on, man. Right? Yeah, he was so spot on what he said. Right? That guy right there is one of the biggest weirdos online. But y'all sit online with him for 8 hours. He's in a hot room, right? Listening to this. Listen to what Brian Norman Sr. said. He's spot on. Spot on.
You're acting like a whole female plus some other men. You're acting like this is not even your fight.
He's acting like a whole female. That's YouTube boxing, though, man. Did you catch that? You're acting like a whole female for some other men. Man, that is YouTube boxing in a nutshell. There's a lot of these guys, man. That is a lot of these guys. But man, he was, yo, when I got sent this, I could do nothing but look. I made a video, look.
Not even your fight. You don't have to fight against it. Why are you so emotional about it? Is this your girlfriend?
That's your girlfriend.
And I fuck your bitch. Why are you so emotional about this? And I fuck yours. Why are you so emotional about it? You're right. I'm emotional about you. I'm showing you how I'm not like. So what am I like? Show me nothing. You're acting like a whole female plus some other men. You're acting like this is not even your fight. This is not even your fight. You don't have to fight against it. Why are you so emotional about it?
Yo, he was spot on. Yeah, he was spot on. Like, yo, dog. And this is what you guys sit around. Not only do you watch, you guys will act like homie is credible. Credible. Not at all. Bro. I've been calling these guys the brand killers. I've been saying these guys were strange and weird. But it's to the point now where this is normal activity on YouTube.
Else. I didn't know I needed to call for a little bit of rinky-dink BFTV and tell you. I didn't know that you were in the I didn't know you were. I like to cook niggas like you. I like to cook niggas like you.
Oh man. Yo, now this right here is set tripping, man. Yeah, they set tripping, man. Because at a point in time before they had the fallout, and he's calling Tay Jones, no relation to me. I'm a Jones, right? No relation, but he's calling Tay Jones a hoe ass nigga. Tay Jones was your man. But now he's a hoe ass nigga. So what does that make you? What does that make you? Because that was your man. He's Team Wilder. Wilder's your king. But now, because y'all had a sneak falling out, he's a hoe ass nigga. But on the other way too, right? One-way, two-way street. Yo, little rinky dink show. See, maybe they felt like that about you the whole time. It just took the falling out for that to be exposed. But he said you had a little rinky dink show. A lot of you guys do, and you do numbers. People actually sit around and watch you for 7 hours and all that. But see, the truth is coming out. You have absolutely no motion. You are an emotional fanatic fan of certain fighters, and you crash out.
Else. I didn't know I needed to call for a little bit of rinky-dink BFTV and tell you. I didn't know that you were in the. I didn't know you were. I didn't know. Little bitty Ricky. I like the cook niggas like you. 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 Hey, look, let me go to the cook meal. Let me go to the cook meal. Let me go to the cook. The other one about we had.
Man.
I didn't know I needed to call. You're acting like a whole female plus some other men. You're acting like this is not even your fight. This is not even your fight. You don't have to fight against it. Why are you so emotional about it? If it's your girlfriend, and I'll fuck your girlfriend, you don't try to fuck your bitch. And I fuck yours. And I fuck your bitch yourself. Why are you so emotional about this? And I fuck yours. Why are you so emotional about it? I'm showing you how I'm not like. So what am I?
Yeah, that is YouTube boxing right there, man. That is black on black YouTube boxing, man. That's the shit y'all into, man. The circus of boxing, man. But now that I got that out, right? Content crash outs. But he was spot on. Some of you dudes do carry like women over these fighters. Women. Emotional creatures. Women, right? And at the end of the day, you're not even part of a fight team. Like I always, my line is this: you're not even in the game. You're not even in the game. And look, y'all talked about me. Not only am I in the game, I'm growing now, man. Every fighter you try to attach me to, I show myself working with another fighter. That's how you fuck the game up. And then when they feel like you're riding this fighter's wave or that fighter's wave, you just pop up with more and more fighters, man. I told you, the next fight, they're going to say that I'm riding Amani's wave. They're going to say that I'm riding Aiden's wave. The young amateur fighters now, man. We're just going to keep creating the source, man. But let's get over here now. Let's switch gears. You know, that's enough of the circuit antics. Let's switch gears right here, man. Let's go to this Bronx shooting, man. This right here is sad, man. I was talking about this right here. This young girl shot in the head, man. Right here, shot in the head. Now this is ABC News.
Your marketing, sales, and HR teams can reuse and remix approved content made by the creative team.
In the Bronx, 4 suspects were arrested after gunfire broke out following a basketball game. The shooting left 1 dead and 5 others wounded. Police say 2 teens and 2 young men fired as many as 48 rounds after the game.
48 rounds, man. Another. Remember, I just talked about a shooting in Crown Heights. It was over 40 shots fired. But 48 rounds, man. The 17-year-old girl is fighting for her life. 17-year-old girl fighting for her life, man. Fighting for her life, right? 1 dead. 4 shooters, and all the shooters are young, man. Watch this, man. All these shooters are young, man. I think the oldest one was 19.
Game at Haven Park on Saturday. One of the victims is a 17-year-old girl. And this afternoon, we're learning she is still in the hospital fighting for her life. Eyewitness News reporter Phil Tate with more.
Good afternoon. You can hear the sounds of the basketball court yet again, but that doesn't erase what happened here this past weekend. Well, this morning, police have charged 4 young men with murder for allegedly open firing at a basketball tournament. While bullets flew, leaving many ducking for cover, unfortunately claiming the life of 1 person and leaving 4 others injured. Police say these suspects who have a stacked charges filed against them opened fire inside Haven Park in Baychester, where a large crowd had gathered for a basketball tournament Saturday. 4 of the suspects are charged with murder, 3 of them charged with gang assault, and the youngest of the alleged gunmen, just 16 years old.
4 shooters all charged with murder. Their life is over. Maybe the 16, 17-year-old, right, might have a chance. But the 20 and 25-year-old, they're looking at serious numbers, right? their lives are over, man. This is sad, man. Like when I was, on my way home and I was speaking on this, right? And I said that's what I'm going to talk about. I was like, I go, that could have been me many years ago, because I used to hang out and go to basketball tournaments and be in the park like this, man. So for them to just 4 active shooters, 48 rounds, just spray up a park, man. Spray up a park. It's crazy, savage work. That's not even demon time, man. Like this isn't even demon time right here, man. I don't know what to say about this, man. I don't know what to say about this. This is not even demon time.
Gold. Cops say it appears to be gang-related, with as many as 48 shots fired that were picked up by a shot spotter. Among the 4 people hurt in the Saturday night shooting, 17-year-old Anthony Campbell, who was in critical condition. This morning, the teen recovers at a local hospital as she can't even utter a word. A bullet is lodged behind her eye. Authorities say Campbell is the youngest of the 5 victims in the shooting rampage. 32-year-old Jaceel Banks was killed after being struck in the chest. 2 others shot in the back, as well as a 42-year-old man hit in the arm. As violence continues to rip communities apart, we spoke with the teen's mom, who is torn to pieces.
It's heartbreaking. You don't give birth to your children in order to see them set up to a life support unit. She must have got up and was trying to run. My grandson was there and he ran up, thought that she was dead and ran. And they called my daughter. My other daughter went down there and panicked, and somebody else started to do CPR.
Taking a closer look at the 47th precinct where this all went down, according to NYPD CompStats, there were 50% more shooting incidents this year than last, 21 this year versus 14 at this point last year to be exact. Versus 40.
Now. It's jumping up once again, y'all. Once again, man. Shout out to WCS. Didn't catch you. He was in here. How you doing? But yeah, this is nasty, despicable work, man. Prayers to that young girl, man. 17 years old, man. 17 years old. I think what they said, the 42-year-old man was murdered, or the 35-year-old. This is just nasty, man. Nasty. Reckless acts of violence. Now I wonder if 48 round shot at a park basketball tournament. Out of the victims, how many of them do you think were the ops? I remember a guy told me this, right? And he said that this weirdo nigga was my op. And I said, nigga, he ain't my op. He was my op, he'd be dead. He doesn't even come outside. Right? He doesn't even come outside. Right? But these young boys, the oldest was 25. They're all young. I'm a 46-year-old man. So I'm calling them young. YNs, they call them, right? But 2 of them, well, 3 of them were under the age of 21. 16, 17, and 20. And the oldest was 25. They killed 1 person. This girl is fighting for her life. Right? 4 others injured. Yeah, respectfully, whatever time they get for this, it's well deserved, man. You don't shoot up a park, man. There's nothing stepping or gangster about that, man. You shot a 17-year-old girl fighting for her life, man. I feel for that girl's mother, man. Like, her daughter went to a game, a basketball game, a summertime basketball game. If you know anything about the city, basketball tournaments all over, right? And I say this to Joe Dini and everybody. I'd be like, do you think that when she went to the game to go see the tournament, and she was thinking, oh, I'm going to go here and somebody's going to shoot me. They're going to shoot the park up. They're going to shoot the park up. Because that's what they did. They shot the park up. 48 rounds. Man. Terrible, man. This despicable, man. It's sickening, man. It's really sickening, man. These are savage acts of violence, man. Because you're hitting innocent people, right? I didn't hear nothing about no ops, right? They said it was gang related, right? What op got hit, man? What other gang, man? Was the girl 17 years old in the gang that's fighting for her life, right? Her mother said her daughter was in an active gang member, right? Was the guy who got murdered in the gang that got hit in the chest? Like who were the intended gang targets? Did they get hit, man? That is what we need to know. Were the gang targets, the guys who were in the gang, because they said this was a gang shooting, were they hit, man? Now, pardon me for venting with the content. What it is. You know? But let's switch gears a little bit. CW, thank you for the comment. Soldier. Right? Yeah, man. It's just, it's a sign of the times, CW. It is a sign of the times, man. We are living in wicked hours, man. And then they wonder why I always have a gun. For shit like this. This is why I keep a gun, bro. You never know, man. Right? Like I said, how many of those people you think went to this? Look at the other. I feel for the family, right? Watch the other article right here. This one right here. This girl was 17 years old, man. 17 years old. Is this which one we just watched? 17. We watched this one, right? I watched this one. Let me see. I know about the timestamp. This is the one that's sad, man.
Tonight, 4 people are in custody nearly 24 hours after 5 people were shot in a Bronx park, leaving 1 man dead and a 17-year-old girl fighting for her life. Her mother is speaking with News 4's Jessica Cunnington at the scene today in the Bronx.
It's hard to give birth to your children and not to see them on a trach and set up to a life support unit.
Speaking with us on the Baychester block she grew up on, Jennifer Talbot, who did not want to show her face, sat on the curb next to crime tape around Hafen Park, where her daughter and 4 others were shot Saturday evening.
He was sitting on the benches with everybody else, just watching the game and was concerned, just having fun like a regular teenager.
She says there was a basketball game here and a back-to-school giveaway promoted on social media. And around 7:30 p.m., many people were outside. But then bullets started flying.
We started hearing some popping noise, multiple. It was multiple. So I came out to the front and we started seeing people running.
More than 40 evidence markers covered the court and path outside of it into Sunday morning. In the chaos, police say 32-year-old Jaceel Banks was shot in the chest and killed. A 29-year-old woman and 2 other men, 42 and 30, were also shot and are recovering.
So look, this is the one I wanted. This one is even better, right? So they said this was gang related, CW, if you're still in, whoever else. Did you hear the victims? A 29-year-old lady. Was she in the gang? This 17-year-old girl. Was she in the gang? A 42-year-old man. Was he in the gang? And the guy that got murdered, right? My whole thing is y'all shot 48 rounds. Did you hit any of your ops? The ops, right? Where were the ops at, man? All those rounds fired, man. This is why you gotta be careful out here, man. Shout out to, I think the lady's name was Nisa and Officer Ankle, right? Y'all don't gotta worry about it. Source stays ready, right? Well, hold on, man. Source stays ready, man. And then they wonder why. Yo, they wonder why. And I don't promote gun violence, y'all. I am not advocating for gun violence, but they always be talking about why I show my legal firearms, why I be online showing these, letting it be known that I have these, because that is why, right? They was in a park, right? They're sitting there like this, watching the game in the park, and 4 active shooters who are in police custody now let off. And look, I'm not going to show you my clip, but this clip right here, this is a legal clip. It holds 10 rounds. That's all you're allowed to have in New York, 10 rounds, right? A 10-round clip. 48 shots were fired. So that means it was 4 of these legal New York guns, because we're only allowed to have 10-round magazine clips. So 4 rounds, 4 clips, plus an additional one that let off 8. That let off 8. And then you wonder why I always brandish my gun and have my gun on me, because this is what we dealing with out here, man. They was at a park, watching a basketball game. Did you hear what the girl's mother said? My daughter was doing regular teen activities, sitting on the benches watching the game. Then the other witness lady said it sounded like fireworks, pop, 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 and they came running out of the park. He said, do you promote showing how to use your hands? Of course. That's why I'm in the gym. I'll be in the gym in a little while, man. That's what I promote. That's why I be down there mentoring, right? If you have all that much animosity, and if you got these ops, come to the gym. Fight your ops in the gym. Come fight your ops in the gym. You don't need one of these. I took the clip out, y'all. You don't need one of these. Come to the gym. You don't need one of these. Come to the gym. You won't need one of these, man. At the gym. You use these right here. Right? But hey, what do I know, y'all? What do I know, man? But yes, your hands are deadly. Yes, they are. Yes, they are, CW. My hands are just like that Glock 19 I just showed you. Deadly weapons. These are deadly weapons right here. Just like this Glock 19, right? This right here is a Glock 19. This is the Smith & Wesson 9. These two together are Desert Eagle, right? But yeah, man. Prayers to this young girl and her family. This is sickening, man. This is sickening. Like I said, I used to be at a lot of basketball tournaments like that. West 4th Street. I remember being at the park, right? Look, look. Shout out to my cousin CJ, Charles Jones, Soul in the Hole. I used to go to these tournaments, man. I remember being at the park and sitting next to Ed Booker Smith. Remember the Kenny Kings? They were like the best basketball team for many years. They ran through the city, not just Brooklyn. They were a Brooklyn Summer League team, AU team, whatever you want to call it. But they ran through the city. I remember being in West 4th Street Park. And shout out to my man, Eric Smiles. He's the athletic director now, I think at, I want to say Farmdale, SUNY Farmdale. Athletic director. See, I know a lot of people, man. Don't judge a book by its cover, right? That was one of my teammates. Yeah, we went and seen, I used to go to all the tournaments, man. Ed Booker Smith sat next to me, Kenny King, right? But that could have been me, man, in the park. Remember, I just told you I was at the Rucker when Kevin Durant lit it up. Hunter College, all these games, Dykeman. These are like the parks. Just imagine being in the park and 4 active gunmen just come up in there and it's a gang beef, right? And they spray the park up. They spray the park up, man. Now, I'm pretty sure when I was at the Rucker and other parks, there were guys in there from the streets but they did not move like that. They knew they was at a park. I remember being at the park. Mano was there at the Rucker. The Rucker always brings people out. And you know there's street guys at the park. It's the park. It's the summertime. Street guys be out. But I guarantee you, if they seen each other, they probably even had their shit on them. They did not shoot up the park. Right? There's nothing gangster about shooting up a park with many innocent people in it, man. Hopefully you guys are catching the sauce, man. Hopefully you guys are catching the sauce. But CW, man, if you're still in here, if you have something you want me to touch on, it could be boxing, it could be anything. Because this is Consumer Support Day. I'll touch on it because I'm going to wrap it up. I'm heading to the gym in a second. But if you want me to touch on something, feel free. I hit my topics. Really, I just want to vent on this reckless shooting, man. The little girl's on life support, man. See, that touched home with me. I have a 12-year-old and a 9-year-old. That could have been them. Because I'm pretty sure they're going to be, going to games. And Nasai already hangs out, goes to the movies with her squad and all that. That could have been them. And then y'all wonder why I always show. This is my Glock right here. Nice. See, my hand is not on the trigger. This is how you probably hold the gun. When you watch all these guys playing around with guns now, you don't have your hand nowhere on the trigger. Right? Nowhere on the trigger. Only time your hand should be on this trigger is when you're gonna fire it. If you really know how to hold the gun. And then we do this too. Now look, I took it out. See that right there? To make sure nothing is in there. That's how you make sure nothing is in there, right? That's proper technique. Right there, man. So now it's locked and loaded again. He said, yes, Lamont Rose Sr. Fight High interview. Oh, I didn't watch. CW, I didn't watch the interview, man. I'm not, I'm not into the circus, man. All boxing to me is the circus, brother. I'm not really checking for none of these niggas like that. To be honest, Lamont Roach, Tank Davis. If my people's hit me up like Bozy and guys like that, I don't get into it no more, man. Like, I'm right here with it, man. I'm building my ranks. The fighters that I'm developing, working with, that's what I'm into. I put in a lot of work over the years, right? Working with these guys, interviewing them, reaching out for interviews, delivering their stories and all that. I don't do that no more. So I couldn't really answer none of that. I don't watch the content. If you didn't send it to me, I don't watch it no more, man. So I wouldn't be able to answer. I don't know what he talked about, what he's, his grievances, none of that, man. I'm not respectfully, this shit to me, the online shit is weirdoed out, man. You might have missed it. I just played. Matter of fact, here, I'll go back to it. This is why I don't watch a lot of YouTube right now, right? Because these are the niggas that get views, right? These are the niggas that get views on YouTube, right? These are the niggas that get views, right? Yeah, I see your question, CW, but I don't want to speak on what they talked about because I didn't watch it. So I wouldn't be able to give a good assessment, right? But these are the niggas that do active views on YouTube, right? That people will sit around for hours and hours and watch. I just showed this. This is why I don't watch a lot of boxing content no more. Because boxing content on YouTube is a circus. It's a bunch of jealous fans sitting around. This is what it is right here.
This is not even your fight. This is not even your fight. You don't have to fight against the wife. If it's your girlfriend, fuck your girlfriend. I fuck your bitch. And I fuck yours. And I fuck your bitch.
Yeah, that's YouTube boxing, man. That's YouTube boxing right here, man. This is what people sitting around watch. They sitting around entertaining this type of shit. I don't do that, man. Right? Somebody said that to me. You see my reaction? I had to laugh. Cause Brian Norman Sr. was spot on. Like, how are you that? At the end of the day, you are a Devin Haney, and I say this respectfully, obsessed fanboy. Obsessed fanboy, man. Well, that's you two boxer. But CW, if you're still in here, you can put your question out. But as far as like what they talked about, I have no clue, brother. I have no clue. Let me see. Lamont Roach Sr. fight hype. Let me try to Google it right now. Maybe we could watch it together. I did not watch it. I'm not. I just be on a whole nother wave now. If somebody sends me some shit, I'll watch it. But when it comes to boxing channels, I'm sitting around. I don't even fuck with it because to me, a lot of the YouTube boxing community is jealous fans, man. Emotional fans with no motion, man. It's a Fight Hype or Fight Hub. Let's see if it comes up. Mom Rose is it this right here? That was 11 minutes long. All right, we'll watch it together. I might have to stop it and go though. Do you have a timestamp? I don't want to get a copyright strike. Now, do you have a timestamp on what it was? If you have a timestamp, put a timestamp on. This is
Capital One 360 checking lets me bank anywhere at any time. I like using the mobile app. It just makes my life so much easier.
If you have a
just walk into
timestamp,
a Capital One cafe.
All right, Ron Goodoff, FightHype.com. I'm here with Lamont Roach Sr., Mr. No Excuse. How's it going?
Going good, man. How you doing?
Good. Man, the gym is full of tons of amateur fighters. I didn't even know that you had this many fighters. I guess maybe I'm just a casual, but you know, I know you had a lot of pros, but it feels like you have 1,000 amateur fighters back there.
Man, this is where it starts at, man. We got a stable.
Let me stop it right there. Yeah, I can respect it. You already said this is where it starts at. I'll be in the gym. I'm a gym dude. Yeah, what's the timestamp though, CW? It's 11 minutes long. I can't watch the whole video. Look, they don't watch my channel, but my channel is monetized. You can't, that's why I stopped it. If you have the timestamp on the particular question that you want me to review, feel free, because it's 11 minutes long. I can't watch the whole 11 minutes straight on my live stream because I can get a what's the name? Well, what works though, CW? You got to be more specific. What works?
We got to keep backfilling. Once group turn pro, we got one group coming right after them if they choose to do so. So we got a very good program. I got a very good bunch of coaches that keep it going, man. And shout out to them for all the hard work they put in. But our program is one of the top in the nation.
How many amateur fighters do you think you have in here? Because it's a lot. Like, it seems like every 10 seconds another kid walks in there.
We got about 30 right now. Yeah, about 15 actively competing. So, yeah, it's good.
That's good.
I know that 15. You have a card for Pro Box September 5th, which has a lot of your, amateur standouts that turn professional, which are soon to be professional standouts. And
all right, let me stop it because, like I said, I do not own this content. Yeah, that's good though. The revolving door of young amateurs, and I like what he said about the next batch should be ready to turn pro. That's how you create a stable of fighters, though. That's how you create a stable of fighters. Oh, you said go to the 5-minute mark. All right. Well, what am I specifically looking for, CW? Be more specific. What am I looking for? What is the question? What is he speaking on?
the competitive side or the integrity side is that, the rematch is supposed to happen. As fighters like Floyd, if there was controversy, you run it back, like the Castillo Maidanas or Ward with the Kovalev, or, the list goes on. Or even when Sugar Ray lost to Duran, you wanted to get the rematch. So in this sense, many people are upset that this isn't a direction that Tank's going. But then there's another side that goes, well, if you guys were in the situation to make X amount of money, or majority of fighters would do it because prize fighting is the game, so I guess the ask is like, is there an understanding or is there some sort of sense? Because that would be the narrative that would be constantly pestering you guys' life of just saying he's going to make upwards to X amount of money, so of course he's going to take it.
You ask if I would take it, or I think from a business standpoint, I wasn't brought up like that. Business is business, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't just break business and go somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? That's not setting a good precedent in the sport of boxing. It's not setting a bar on how you operate, how you do business. You know what I'm saying? That means anybody got a fight right now, they're gonna just say, hey man, I'm gonna get more money to take another fight and just call it off.
All right. Okay. Let me see what you're saying, CW. He said but CW, right? You should know the answer to this. Lamont Roach was paid, right? Everybody's on here speculating, right? Right? So if he was paid, right? They paid him, right? Maybe they did have something in place, right? But everybody is saying, like I said, I got my own thing going on right now, right? But if what everybody is saying is true, that he was paid step aside money, he was paid. That is why that contract is null and void, because he got paid, right? But he could have sued, did whatever, right? Because they have a contract and agreement. But he took step aside money, so all that shit is null and void. But when you sit online and you listen to non-players in the game, right? Non-players in the game talking boxing that don't go to fights. All they do is sit on the internet and base who they are off of internet sit-arounds and gatherings. Right? Sit-arounds and gatherings. They don't know what the fuck they're talking about or listening to, right? This man is spot on. But the moment I heard everybody saying, oh, he took step-aside money. Once he took step-aside money, he gave up his right there. They worked something out. And that's why he was paid. That's the business. Now the father, from what I'm watching right here, he's an old school. He like, yo, we had an agreement. I wanted to fight, but it is what it is, right? Tank took the bigger money fight. And as a businessman, he made the right decision, right? If I could take this fight and just break you off a little something, right? And make this bigger fight, that's business. That's life, man. That's life. But I see what you was talking about. But yeah, I didn't really look into these situations because, like I said, I have no parts of that. But from what everybody is saying on the online, that he was paid step aside money, there it is. They handled the business. He can't look if he wasn't paid step aside money. By all means, he probably could have had a legal action. Oh, you broke the contract agreement, this, that, and the third. But he took step aside money. Everybody's saying. So the contract is null and void. He was paid XYZ. I'm gonna just put a number out there, right? He got paid $300,000. They gave him $300,000, and whatever. Like usually, this is how it works, right? I don't know if that's the number, but I'm just gonna say that's the number. He got $300,000, and the fight. He's still gonna get the fight, but they paid him $300K to, put their fight on hold and have Tank do business with Jake Paul. But I don't know if that's the number. I'm just putting that number out there.
You can't do that. you got stuff put in place so things like that shouldn't happen. You know what I'm saying? We shouldn't give people a pass because who they are, how much money they make. Nobody's knocking nobody for making money. You know what I'm saying? You make money, feed your family, and do stuff for your kids and things like that. More power to them or whoever's getting that. I don't watch nobody pockets. But when you got some obligations and stuff like that, you honor those obligations. You know what I'm saying? But if you don't, you go about it a certain way. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I was brought up, and that's how business take place. You just can't do that. And you can't do that not in boxing or any business. You know what I'm saying? You got deals in place, and you can't break them deals without consequences.
You know, I guess the word obligation.
Yeah, he's spot on. You can't break those deals without obligation. But everybody's saying that he got paid. So he did not break the deal without obligation, right? If he got step aside money, which people are reporting on, like I said, CW, I didn't do no research on it, man. My days of doing that and putting in that type of work and coming on and reporting on things like that, I don't do that no more. I don't waste my time. I don't waste my time. What I do now is what I do. I go to the gym. I'm living my life. I'm growing my brand and my businesses, and I'm popping it. Like Bill Haney said, I'm popping it, right? That side of me is not the priority anymore, to report the news, right? To break down the news. That's not my objective anymore, man. Listen to all these weirdos online now, man. You heard? But if he was paid step aside money, that is why this fight is going on. Because what Lucinia is saying is absolutely right. If he didn't get paid, they could definitely be in court. They could block the fight.
I mean, some people felt that Tank may not be obligated to it, but I guess I don't know how much you can speak on it. But it was a full-blown obligation that he was supposed to get the fight, or
I mean, they exercised a rematch clause. It's claimed this day. Everybody's seen it back and forth on Twitter. You know what I'm saying? So we was in it to win it. It's gonna be a hell of a fight. It still can be, you know, but that was supposed to be next on both sides. So everybody know that. Ain't no secret. We can play with interviews and play with quotes and stuff like that, but the facts are facts. The rematch was supposed to take place, and we were preparing for it. We're not just gonna prepare for nothing. Nobody no food like that. So people gonna have their opinion. That's their opinion. But when it comes to business, talk to some business guys, and they tell you that's how business works. You obligated to something, you handle your obligations, or you get out of it a certain way.
Yeah, there it is. You know, there it is right there. CW, did you hear it? You get out of it a certain way. It's not for me to speak on. It's not for me to speak on. You get out of it a certain way. See, if you really in the game, you understand what he's talking about. Like I said, half these guys that sit online, they're not in the game. They are jealous fans. But when I heard them say that he made step aside money, got paid step aside money, that's how you get up out of it. But like I said, I haven't done my research. Hopefully that covered what you wanted, CW, right? Hopefully that covered, you know, with the question that you had. That was basically self-explanatory, what you said. You know, they were obligated, rematch clause, but, you know, and most likely, right? I'm gonna tell you, most likely, like I said, I put a fake number out there. I don't know if that's the number, right? But whatever the number is, MVP Promotions, Jake Paul and them put the money up. Whatever Team Roach and Lamont and his handlers, like, yo, they put the money up. He said, that's what you told me. And these YouTubers got, yeah, these niggas, yo, CW, these niggas is all jealous, old clowns. They base their notoriety off of how many other jealous fans and clowns sit around and listen to them. They can't show no stats, right? They can't pull up no receipts of them, you know, getting to the motion. As a coach, as a somebody making it happen, as a consultant, as an advisor, nothing. They'll come on here and be like, oh, I got a couple hundred people watching me live. that makes me relevant. No, you got a couple hundred people that are comfortable watching you. See, they're not comfortable watching me because, like I said, this is a supporter appreciation day. A lot of these dudes that sat online, not only were they not my supporters, they were hoping that all the things that I do, they could come back on and be like, nah. No, I do that to you every day I go live. I do that every day I go live in the gym. And I'm going to continue to do that. Because like I said, God has a calling for me with this. And I'm going to continue to keep rising and just throwing it in your face and bringing along my guys, my supporters with me. Team Jones, man. Shanewz Boxing LLC. Get it right, man. You know, you do have options. You do have options. But listen, I will continue this live at the gym. I'm going to the gym now. I'm going to get a little workout in too, man. Because I ate some chips. I had this bad drink. So I'm going to go exercise a little bit. But hopefully I answered your question, CW. I was at the desk. You know? But this is the Sauce Experience, the news by Shanewz. Media, marketing, management, consultant services. And do us both a favor. Don't compare us, man. Do not compare me with none of these jealous fans. Do not compare me with none of these guys that sit around and do thumbnails and P5. I don't do that, man. I get to the business. I develop fighters. I work with fighters. I do media training.
Oh, so one day you'll get your palate used to that raw fish. Gotcha. What's that? What else you got for me?
What's your favorite place to go?
Favorite place to go is the beach. I love the beach, yo. Anywhere if there's a beach nearby, I love to go there, relax, walk along the beach, barefooted, get my feet dirty. Yeah, no doubt. I'll stick my foot in the water. I don't go in the water though. There's sharks and stuff in there. Nah, I don't mess with that. Alright? That's good.
Play basketball.
Look at my height. I'm short.
Oh my gosh, he's sweating. Down, Narina. Down, Narina. I'm taking a video. You want to be famous?
My friends be like, how come you not famous yet? I be like, you didn't share my shit. How come you ain't shared it yet? That's what I don't understand.
That's what I don't understand.
Really happened on that Thursday here at Augusta High School that led to Chris Wood's death. The fuck is that? Shit! I'm dying in this fucking country ass fucked up town. Shit flying in my mouth. The fuck? I can't see pollen. Let's get the fuck out of this country, motherfucker. I can't even see me.
Yeah, that's my favorite right there. Hey, yo, man. We out the door with it, man. I'm going to the gym, man. Work with some of my young boys, man. But this is the Sauce Experience. The news by Shanewz. You know, you do have options, man. Media, marketing, management, man. And if you slept on me, man, just keep sleeping, man. I don't care. I only rock with the people that rock with me, man. Like, hopefully your content gets you somewhere, man. Hopefully your views get you somewhere, man. You know, hopefully your views that get you somewhere. Mines have got me all over the game. Not only me, but my family, man. We are only getting bigger and bigger, man. So whose wave am I riding? Or am I creating and making my wave? Make it make sense. But hey, what do I know? Am I talking too much now?
You keep talking, man. And you shut the fuck up.
Hey guys, this is Tiana Tuimuheloa. I'm a top-ranked knockout, and I want to give a shout out to Sauce Talk Podcast.
Thank you. You know the vibes.